Hallelujah. Great is your mercy towards me. Your loving kindness towards me. Jesus, your tender mercies I see every day after day.
So, this song, what you want to do is you want to come off. You want to start. It has a very simple structure here that you can use, and that is you just simply start off with the G minor 7, and that can be easily voiced. G, B flat, D, F. Okay, that's the chord. But the melody Mercy is an A, B flat, so that's gonna add that. Kind of make it a G minor 9, but really this is the voice in here. And then they're gonna go from a G minor 7 to a let's say it's a C. Let's make it a C add 2, C major add 2. Okay, and then at the bottom you can put either a C or an E. All right, so. See that? Now I like the E instead because it's implied that the C is at the bottom. Even if I was playing this by myself, I may not necessarily put a C at the bottom, only because it sounds too strong. I like the sound of the E instead. The next chord that you would hit is that F major 7. See there? That's your F major 7 chord. Notice that I am omitting the melody from the chord. I'm not using it to give me the chord name. So that's why this is the chord. This is just the vocals, and I'm not really including that in the chord. You can, and then the next one is the F major 7. Really nice. These are all major 7 chords. So 1, 3, 3, 5, 7. Remember, major 7 chords are all odd numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, and then we're going to have a B flat major 7. Okay, so we have a G minor 7. We have a C add 2. And then you have a F major 7. This song, anybody can play this song. You guys can see how easy it is. If you're trying to get started on the pianos, you can start with this one. B flat major 7. And then I would do that. That's a nice little thing you could do. Do that. Okay, so that'll be C, A, G. This is something for a beginner can do very easily. And then you have this sus voicing here, D, G, A, and a C. Okay, and then we're gonna go back to the G major 7. I'm sorry, G minor 7. Same thing, C add 2. And then this was A minor 9. Really nice voicing here. The really nice voicing is coming from, it's all white notes, A, G, B, C, E, and G, but these two together give it nice quality. And then this is the major 9 chord. Look at how simple this is, right? Look at how simple this is. Remember, odd numbers, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So as a beginner, you just want to remember the rule. Always, before you improvise, know the actual chords. And it doesn't sound bad with just me playing it simply. Or here we go. And there's my chord. Here it is, okay? Just spread it out a little bit. Instead of starting it here, I started it lower. And then they go back to that. So they kind of go from this, they kind of use this chord here as an approach chord. This chord is approaching the D from its 5. So basically, because we're about to hit this D major 9 chord, we want to approach that from a 5 notes up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the voicing that they chose to use was this. So if you, in other words, if you're holding on this chord and you're kind of like, I'm holding it too long, what am I going to do? Well, go to its 5. So or okay. Right? And then go back to the song. Right? So that's what I would do as a very beginner. Learn the chords as they are. Okay? Now, what you want to do as you move to the next level up, then what you want to do is you want to approach it from different varieties, and let's see how we're going to do this here. The one thing we can do is rearrange the notes and play them differently. So instead of playing it in root position, right, we can play it in a dropped 2 position. So let's just say for instance we took this let's say we took this D and put it at the bottom, right? Or let's just say we took the F and put it at the bottom, and put it at the top. Do you see how this? It's the same. It's the same notes. The notes haven't been changed. I'm only using the same notes. G minor 7. Right? Putting that F and taking it at the bottom doesn't do anything. The A was already on top because of the melody. So what you want to do is you want to start finding out which notes you want to stack, because where you place those notes will give the harmony a different sound. Okay? Because if I were to press the B flat at the bottom, right? It almost sounds like I changed things, but in reality, I haven't added any notes outside of this chord. And so, one of the first things we want to start doing when we improvise is always know where your notes are coming from. And taking notes that are coming from the chord are very important. Okay? So experiment with that. What do you want to do? And again, I'm talking to people who are probably haven't been playing that long. Because I do want to make sure that we, I know a lot of my transcriptions kind of go really advanced, but for those of you who are watching the channel who haven't been playing that long, one of the first things to do is just find out what the basic chord is and just rearrange your notes. Rearrange them, move them around, and see how it sounds to your ear, because that's the only thing that matters. At the end of the day, it's what you like. Okay? Now, melody comes where you can start creating, maybe that's a little bit too much for it. Let me see here. So, okay, so let's approach the G minor chord from its 5. So we're gonna have this chord here. And usually when you approach something from its 5, you can do a minor chord, you could do a dominant, it depends on what you want to do, but let's do a dominant. So here are the odd numbers. And let's make this a flat 9. Okay, so this would be a good idea. Remember, I build a lot of my chord structures from odd numbers. So, see how that works? It's not just, we're not guessing. There is a science, a method to it. To approach this G from its 5 and building from that 5 the odd number intervals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so now if I flatten that 7th note, it becomes a dominant chord, which provides a much stronger resolution to where I'm trying to go. So I want to make sure that you flatten the 7th note. Okay? Flatten that 7th note and it will provide a nice strong resolution to get to where you're going. And you can do this with any chord. Just trying to show you how to build transitions here. Or do you see how we build that? Okay. Now someone's gonna say, well, if I can do that build thing that you were saying, if I can do that, why don't I do that for everything? Right? Why don't you do that for everything? right? You know, right? Why not just do a 5 for everything? Well, because it won't sound it won't sound right. It won't. I mean, you could. You see what I'm saying? But you determine. You know, because some people may say, "Oh, I like how that sounded." Well, yeah, but it's monotonous. You know, to approach every single time, just approach everything just from its 5. You know what I'm saying? So we you know, music isn't. You don't want music to be extremely predictable, but at the same time, you want to fit within the structure of the song. So, and then you don't always. You can sit on this chord. It's okay, right? Because I told you to hit this chord. Now you can also hit a C major 7. Or something like that would work, because it's not just playing the chord. It's something like that. So now this is different than the chord I did here. This is implying the major voicing, and this is implying what's called a C major 7. And this is me moving throughout that chord using just kind of more of a melody. Because now I'm ending there. If your hands can't fit that, you know, you can go. And then now the orchestra has a C sharp. Because this C sharp indicates, why can I use a C sharp here? Because it indicates that I'm about to go up another half step, right? Which leads to the 4th of F, which is B flat. So well, where do you think I'm about to go? You don't want me to stop here. The note it has to keep going up, right? It's going here to our B flat major 7. So that's a that's a nice little thing to do. You want to have that G in there for the harmonization. Now we're there. So when you're here, you can do it with both hands. Okay, now you can also at this note you can also hit a or so. And now we're just kind of playing around with more like of an altered dominant, but it's basically, and you can almost see it, me messing around with the whole tone scale as well. Right, because it's just kind of sounds good. So, but it's that principle where we have, you know, whole tone scale means moves in whole tone. So you don't have to stop, in other words, at the C sharp. You can just keep going up a whole note. See that? See how it works? It's usually stopping there. But if you were to do that, in intervals. See how that works? It works perfectly. And then back to that G major 7. Same notes, haven't changed it. I'm at beginners, but I'm a little past it because I'm still not really doing too much, I don't think. Use a pentatonic, you know. And then right? And then we have, somebody's gonna ask me what that was. I did a 3-6-2-5-1 there. Something like that. We were just kind of doing something to get to this one. I'm trying to think of something. But anyway. So, I mean, that's what I would probably do as a beginner. Hey, okay, I think we're going to stop there. And I hope you enjoyed this lesson. This lesson was mainly for beginners or those of you who are largely new at the piano. And if you want the MIDI file for this song where it will show you all the notes, then go ahead and check out that YouTube description area, and you can find a link over there, as well as other details on how to join our membership site where we've got tons of musicians over there who are learning and growing together. So if you have an interest in that, go ahead and check the description of this YouTube video and you can see more information on that. Alright, go home and practice this song, try to get all these chords, and until next time, we'll see you later.